Hi there, this is Pam, Pam's Paper Place, and this is Craft and Travel. We are still in Galveston. We're here for a month, and just a beautiful day out. I just feel so blessed to wake up to palm trees and sun. Really enjoying that. I have, well, not totally completed, but I made my first like junky junk journal, and I did not have junk mail per se because we're in the, we're traveling for about 4 months in the RV, so we're not getting junk mail sent here. But so what I did was I used packaging, and I decided to make it a travel journal. So what I used mainly were, just brochures, little travel brochures, and I had a calendar, so that was good. That was helpful. So basically that's what I used. Just little things like this. That's all I had. And then food packaging. So I thought I'd show it to you because I am going to prettify it. That's a word. A little more, but I thought I'd show you it in its junkier version. So let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. There. And then, excuse me, I have these like travel memory camping books that I got at a thrift store. So I'll be adding these pages, where we've gone and things also. So, just an addition. And we have another month to go after this park, and I don't know where the like the brochures were for the last place we stayed for a month north of Houston, so I still have to add that. And then I just got this out of a travel destination brochure, and I like the colors, so I'm going to add that. I have 3 signatures, and I think I'll add this to the spine. You know what I mean? Like that. I'll cut it, of course. So I'm going to do that, but I just thought I'd show it to you in its junkier version. And then I have things that I brought thinking I might want to make a travel journal that are pretty. I didn't know that I'd make a junk one, but I saw a friend Lehman with Lace Covered Skies, and Diane H made a junk journal with junk mail, so that inspired me. So check out their channels too. I'll put them in the link. And so I thought I'd share also, like, I have a few little things that I'm gonna make it prettier with, because I have all this and I want to use it, but I have my travel papers that I've brought along also in the RV, so I'll be adding this. But I thought I'd show you my first real junk journal. So I made a large spine, 3-inch spine, and then I just put duct tape, or not duct tape, clear packing tape over it. And then I'm going to put I may put something else now that I have scrapbook paper. I may add scrapbook paper, I'm not sure, or a map. And then I like this too. It says Playful Discoveries, Life is Full of Beautiful Moments. So that's the back of the Life cereal box. And then I found that in one of the brochures, travel brochures, and it says Enjoy the RV Life. I really love it. So I'll just show you what I have so far, and this is going to be our RV travels for 2020. So I have had this, like I said, I wish I had like envelopes and junk mail like that, but I didn't. So I used mainly food packaging. So I took this Ritz cracker box, which is very sturdy, and this is the first place that we went in Cadillac. That was just kind of a trial run before we came to Texas for the winter. So I just put that in there. I have 3 signatures. Let's see here. Here's one. Whoops. There's one. From a back of a cereal box. Here's the second one, made with a Frosted Flakes. And then we have, I love this, animal crackers. I've made a circus journal using that one. So 3. And then for the center, I had a cutout from an old calendar that I brought along. Glad I brought that because I was able to use that in here. Okay, I'm going to try to sit back down. Okay, so, and this has just all been duct taped in because, you know, I made it into a junk journal. You know, real junk. So I'll put something here. Well, let's just go along. So here's kind of how the first way we came down this map. And then, you know how maps are in calendars. There are going to be some things that are upside down, so I'll probably cover some of that. And then this opens up part of the map of Michigan. And then this was a cutoff from a calendar. I liked it because it said Inspirational 2020, and it fit perfectly on here. And then here, this can have a little tuck spot there. And I'll put, you know, something else here. I'm just showing you what I have so far before I get it, add my, you know, pretty papers. Okay, so, and then this was the calendar that I had for 2020, and I loved all the little quotes. Cheerfulness is the atmosphere in which all things thrive. And then it had pretty trees, and then there was pretty fall leaves there too. And see, I have a lot of the old calendar upside down, but then I will be covering it with, you know, different papers or RV resorts that we've gone to. Same with that. And here's one of the state parks we stayed at, Lake Bob Sandlin, for a short time when we were up more north of Texas, visiting my brother. And start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. I love that quote. That's from a calendar. And I'll recover that. It's upside down. Here's part of another brochure with some maps of Texas. It's part of a park. Fairfield Lake State Park. We went there, and this is upside down. I wish I had more of that, and then I could put it the other way, so it'd be the right way. There's a cute little turtle my 4-year-old grandson made, so I added that. I need another one from my 6-year-old granddaughter, my 2 Texas grandkids that live here, to add a little picture from her. And there's another, the state parks. And then I added this for Thanksgiving. We just celebrated it with just my one oldest daughter in Texas, and the north of Houston area. And so we just ate at a park, and we ordered Thanksgiving dinner from this to go. We ordered it to go from this Bear Diner. I can't think of the exact name. So I cut it, and I'm gonna glue it here, and I just thought that was really cool. So this will be a pocket, and then that will remember like Thanksgiving. And then here's the strings that I'll, you know, add something, maybe shells or travel related things. Here's the map of this park we're at. Very pretty park. The other side of that drawing, park. And you know, like I said, some things are going to be upside down like this. Now if I had known I was going to make a travel journal, I would have got a couple copies of this, and so I could have, you know, added more stuff. Another Texas map, upside down calendar. I'll cover. Pretty picture from the calendar. More of the state park information. And I'll probably keep this one of 2020 because we left November and December. I might keep that part. And I covered this calendar page. This is one of the places we stayed, North Houston. So I cut that from a magazine. I think we stayed about here by the pond. And then they had a pool, but I mean, we couldn't use that. It was too cold while we were visiting. And then here's another part of a Michigan map. Another cardboard that I'll add something to. And there's the back of that cereal package. And like I said, that was part of her calendar. Added that there. Here's your frosted flakes. I'll add something there. Part of a calendar, beautiful tree calendar that I'll add. Oops, Good Sam. Lake Houston Wilderness Park, stayed there. And then I didn't get a lot of mail here because a lot of our mail, my daughter, son-in-law are picking up from Michigan address, and they live 2 minutes away. So, you know, they haven't sent us the mail yet. I think they will soon, but they're not going to include any junk mail, of course. But I did get a pretty Christmas card from a friend, and I thought it was pretty while we were here. And a real pretty gift. These pretty gifts. Thank you, Monica. I think what I'm going to do, she hand makes jewelry. I think I'm going to add shells to these and add them somewhere in my journal. I think that might be pretty. I should wear my beautiful, look at, and she has a little cross. Oh, and my name too. Pam. And the cross. Isn't that pretty? 2 crosses. I need to wear that. It's beautiful. Thank you, Monica. And Monica and Tim hopefully will meet us at our next location in Texas that we'll be at for a month. They're going to come visit us in the hill country. Thank you. So yeah, I think I'll add, she sent them these beautiful things with it, and this card, or Christmas card. So I'm going to use that. So yeah, I'll add shells or something and add it somewhere. Be real pretty. Thank you, Monica. And then she gave me this really pretty necklace, and there's a star, so you know I'm going to repurpose that. And look at this beautiful necklace. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty, and they all go together. She asked me my favorite color, and I said it was blue. Just gorgeous. Love it. And I'll repurpose the star for Texas. So I'm excited about seeing them. There's part of that calendar that I'll be covering. This is where we're at now, Jamaica Beach RV Resort. Part of a calendar I'll cover. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Helen Keller. So that's part of the calendar, old calendar that I had brought. I like it that it's kind of wrinkly and it has texture. Part of that calendar I'll cover. This was some kind of advertisement, but I liked it because this Good Sam, you can open it up. So, and this is the beautiful card I got from Monica, and I love the texture of that, so I added that. And here's part of a life cereal, so this will be a tuck here, so I can add stuff. Welcome to Galveston, and more things I can cover, and the map here of Galveston Island. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Ralph Waldo Emerson. I love that quote. And I kind of doubled it because it's a thinner, I think it was a Dollar Tree 2020 calendar that I used in here. And then here's a bag that I had for some groceries or something. Middle of the second signature, I'll add some things here too, but like I said, this is my junky version until I, you know, put my pretty papers in. And then this I can close up, use this as a pocket. More brochures of where we've been, like this, because it kind of comes out like that. And there's the part of the card. And this was at the park here, they have these Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars, so I added that for a belly band. There's another one of these RV brochures that you can buy RV supplies from. I liked it because it flips out, so I can add stuff. Another calendar page, another page I cut in half. Travel. So I got all these to add things to, and I don't really care if it's not in actual, you know, chronological where we stayed. You know, if I have to add something here, that'll be fine too. And here's the envelope that Monica sent me, and it's so pretty with a Christmas card, so I can put stuff here. And this was from, I think, the Ritz box. And look, I can put this a little tuck there. I love it. I didn't know I'd love this so much, making the More Reasons to Love. And that's the envelope. Here's a park. And this comes out like that. That's really cool, like that. And part of the calendar. Live each day as if your life had just begun. Isn't that true? See, I like how that is. I mean, that's an old calendar, but it's got all the little wrinkles. Very cool. And here's the back of the second signature with the Frosted Flakes cereal. And I had, my husband bought me these chocolate Ghirardelli. I love anything chocolate with mint. And look at it, it's cool because it can open up. And there's even a little window there, so you can put stuff here. Love it. So fun. Here's the third signature. Like I said, I've made a circus journal using this. I love this cover. Third signature. I'll add more things here. It's a little rough with how I sewed things in, but I can washi tape that. So yeah, here's a tuck. There. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Love that. So all these quotes I really love. I doubled this calendar page up. Here's a little map. Olds, Galveston. Here's the RV resort we're at right now. Faith makes all things possible. Love makes all things easy. And there's winter. We didn't have a wintry, snowy Christmas this year. First time that I can remember that we, you know, well, yeah, I've had some, you know, when I used to live in Texas, but yeah, I don't know, it doesn't quite seem like Christmas without snow. I do miss that. But yeah, we just had a quiet day. My daughter and two grandchildren were going to come down for Christmas Day, but they came down the day before instead. So it was just me and Greg, and we didn't really do Christmas gifts, but yeah, it was real quiet. We just grilled steaks, but feel blessed to be in this beautiful little area here, so it was a great day. It's not about gifts anyway, right? Here is about the average weather temperatures, like that with Texas there, or Galveston, the temperatures. So it's December, 63 average high, and the average low is 50. And so the average is 56. Now we've had, I think it's going to be 68 maybe today, which is wonderful. Here's a pretty calendar that I doubled up. This is another one that flips out. So look at all the fun things. And then I cut it to open. So of course some are going to be upside down, but I will be covering that. So that's really fun. So I'm thinking that maybe every year I'll do one of these, but next year I'll be more prepared because I'll have a little more junk mail. I would have liked to have like envelopes and things, but what I did was just use food packaging, travel brochures, and a calendar. Here's where we're at now. Has a lot of stuff. I think we're going to try the mini golf today. They have a lazy river, which would be so fun in the summer, but of course it's not warm enough. But they have lots of things to do. Cheerfulness is the atmosphere in which all things thrive. Does make things better, doesn't it? This one opens up. I have another one that opens up. You might hear the birds and kids here at the park. I got to tape that up. That didn't quite go right. It was a little difficult maneuvering all this thicker stuff. Here's a, speaking of that, here's a thicker brochure here with a couple things in here, and there's part of a map I had written down there, but I could washi tape that. So here's the middle of this signature with an upside down map, but I wanted some of the things about Michigan, this historical flag and fish, and Petoskey Stone, State Stone. My grandparents lived in Petoskey, Michigan, up north, and my grandpa would collect those and polish them, and we would have fun looking for Petoskey stones. Another little brochure. Here's the other thicker brochure, and all the bucket list of Galveston must-dos. We did walk from one side of the island to the other, which was about 3 miles, so I don't know if there's a map, but we went to the Strand, so we went like from the pier, I don't know if it's exactly here, oh yeah, and then we went down to the Strand, which is here, so there and back, and saw all the historical buildings and things there, so that was fun to do. And that flips out, and here's where we're going next for a month. Summit, and that's in New Braunfels, Texas. Looks like a beautiful park. I just put that on a little calendar page there, and then I'll get brochures from there. This is where we're at now, and we are at, where are we at? We're here, which is nice because you can just go here and then walk out to the beach from here, and then across the street's the beach. Little, let's see where we're at. Yeah, little part of a brochure. Another one here. This opens up, and then I cut it to open like that. Old timey picture. So that's fun. It opens up. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Isn't that beautiful? Pretty with the trees. And there's the island, Galveston Island, Texas. This was part of the calendar, and that's where we're going next. So I just pasted that there until we go there and get brochures. And this one flips out. I like that. It's kind of fun. And then more of the calendar upside down, and I doubled it so it have a little more strength. And this is the back, the animal crackers. And then you have a nice thick pocket here to put things in. You know, put all your little, you know, things like this, island time, you know, just different things like that. And this is, of course, a popcorn box. And then here on the back, I added I cut off the top of a mailer bag, and you could put things here. And then I added this Knorr chicken pasta, and so you have one here, behind here, and then you have one here. So you got 1, 2, 3 places to put things. So that is my first Junky Junk, soon to be a little bit beautified with some other papers, journal. So I thought I'd show that to you, and it will get more filled up. Thanks for watching, and also I wanted to show you what else I almost have finished is my golden book of fairy tales. So this one is almost done. I don't know who's honking out there. So this is just about finished. I don't know why I think I have to add more, but I might just. But yeah, so I might just do a little bit more, and then I will list this one in my Etsy, Pen to Paper by Pam. Thanks for watching, and I had great fun making this Junky journal, and I'll see you next time. Happy trails. Bye-bye.